Hi, my name is Katie Helliwell. I am the psychic expert. I've got over 20 years experience working with spirit, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll be dropping content every single day to this channel. All you need to do is like and subscribe, and also just let me know if what I'm producing for you is actually what you really want to see, or if there's any other content that you've been thinking about and would like to know more insight on. There is nothing I can't explain and give you insight on, so it'll be a pleasure to hear from you. Also, please make sure you follow all my other channels as well, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook business page. If you go into the description on this video, can't get my words out, if you go into the description, you will be able to see the links there to my Facebook group, Talk Spirit to Me. I'm live in there 3 times a week, and it'd be a pleasure to have you. Anyway, enough from me. Enjoy the trainings. And my darlings, I'm not going to give it too long because I've got some amazing insight for you all today. Oh my gosh, I know I say that on every single one of these trainings, but oh wow, there's going to be so much information. And I love this week, especially because talking about spirit guides, making that spiritual connection just literally changed my life with my guides. And I had no idea when I was on my spiritual journey that this was possible, that you could actually communicate with your guides. For you, I thought there was only the place where you had to communicate with your guides to liaise and get the messages through for the people. It never crossed my mind that we could be compensated somehow for this, or that we could be supported. And then when you think about it, it makes complete sense, because us empathetic souls go out in the world and we help so many people, but we need to be guided too. We need the love, we need the support, and there's nothing wrong with asking for it. And the reason lots of people don't ask for support, don't ask for help, is because they just don't know how, and they don't know if it will work for them. So I'm going to teach you how to actually communicate with your guides. And this will be the most powerful thing, if anything, that I can ever teach you. Guide connection is the best. So if you're doing any kind of spiritual work, if you just love spirituality, if you just want to know more about this, you're just interested, oh my God, I love it. You can tell I'm getting all excited now. This specific week will change your life. And I hope you can understand that you don't have to be somebody that wants to go off and do readings and become a light worker. If you want to be one of us, then amazing. We can't wait to have you. There's more light workers needed in the world for sure. But then also there's other ways that people can be change makers and bring love and bring their joy and bring their gifts to the world. And that's just done in different ways. But before you ever give anything, you've got to make sure that you're good as well, and that you're looked after and you're nurtured. And then once you are, then obviously you can give more from a higher level and a higher energetic space and a higher vibration. And what that means is from more purity, rather than pushing and shoving and feeling like you're overgiving or you're undercompensated in some way. So I'm going to teach you something really key today, and we're going to identify on this training. Forgot to click record. Hang on. Just click record. I always forget. We are going to find out on this training how you actually communicate with your spirit guide. Like I said, it's going to be different for all of you, and we're going to find out which one you should start using today and how you can start implementing it straight away into your life. And I know you're going to get the results with this. I know you're going to see it. And I want to hear from you. I want you to tell me in the group if you want to share and post away, share. Let me know what you're experiencing. Let me know what comes through, and we'll go from there. So we've got Penny on. Hello, Penny, darling. And we've got Andrea. Hello, Andrea. She's saying, I find it difficult to ask for help. Yeah, so many of us do, Andrea. You're not alone there. I'm good, thank you. Good morning. Hello, Christina. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sophie. Oh, some people are saying they love the daytime trainings. Some people love the daytime, sometimes people love the evening. It depends where you are in the world. Either way, guys, don't worry about it. I'm always here. You can just watch on replay. I have got something incredible to share with you all as well. I am going to be announcing more dates next week. So I'm going to be live 3 times a week in this group. That's just a given. And I'll be announcing the live dates, times, and what we're going to cover. But I've also got for you a masterclass. Oh, a masterclass. It's going to be so good. So the masterclass is on the 7 easy steps. So 7 easy steps. I'm basically breaking down how you can understand a psychic message in 7 easy steps. So if you've got something come through and you're like, oh, what is that? Or if you've ever had a message come through like a dream, or if you've been for a reading and you've kind of got something through, but you don't really know what that is, or if you are starting this communication process and you're getting something through, but again, you still need that little bit of reassurance that what you've just got is right, and does it make sense, and all of this kind of stuff, all the things that us human people feel, because we're human, we're going to doubt things, we're going to need proof, we're going to need more validation. Then I'm going to teach you how to break that down in 7 easy steps. Now, this is a big masterclass, and it's going to be in celebration of the doors to Psychic School opening. Psychic School! It is my signature program. I love Psychic School. And the doors will be opening on the 23rd of March. So if you want to continue your spiritual journey and you want to delve deeper into this, and you want to understand how you can weave it into your life, business, your growth, if you want to become a light worker, then Psychic School is for you. It has changed the lives of so many people. This is what I do. I help people activate their gifts and bring their spirituality into their life and business. And guys, you wouldn't believe what comes through from this. The monetary aspect that flows to you, the peace that flows to you, the contentment that flows, the way your relationships enhance, the way you enhance as an individual, you feel so strong and so empowered. It is phenomenal. So I can't recommend Psychic School enough. And you're going to meet some people who are just like you, that have gone through it and come out the other end and will validate everything I've just said for you. Real people. So if you want to come onto this class, it's completely free of charge. And I'm just going to post for you the link. You need to register. And if you register today, you are going to get a little prize. I'm going to send you more surprises. So check your inbox, because when you join, you're going to get a little something in your inbox, because I love to give. I love to give to you all, because I do believe with this work, the more information you have, the better it is for everyone. So let me just find my live stream. There I am. Hi, Isidine. So there we go. I've just popped the link. And I will be doing a post on it in the group as well. So don't worry about jumping off and going, oh, I must sign up to that. You do need to register for it. If you don't register, it won't be live streamed to this group. And it is an amazing training. Like, these are minuscule compared to what this is going to be. So just make sure that you grab yourself a place. And I've just pinned the comment. So you should be able to click on it and register. And as soon as you do, you get a little gift in your inbox. So with all of these things, guys, just give you some insight. For some reason, people send me to junk. Your email provider can sometimes send me to junk. Can you believe it? Joking, by the way. So just check your junk and check your spam, because it will be there. And I don't want you to miss the freebie that I'm sending you. All right. So we are going to go into the presentation now. Give me some excited loves. Who's excited for this? Who is ready to go? Who wants to know what is going on? Hello, my darlings. Everyone's just joining just in time. Hello, Isidine. Hello, Mary. Hello, Christine. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, guys. There's so many of you here. I love it. Have you all got snow, by the way? Sorry if you're watching this in recording, by the way, because you're probably like, it could be any time of year. Christine's ready. What's the time difference for Australia? What with the actual training? It's on at 7:30 UK time. So that would be about 8:30 in the morning for you. Is that right? If I've worked that out well, that is amazing. Hello, Deborah. If you sign up, you can watch the live stream back. So you will get the recording, but only if you register. Yeah, so Sharon's ready. Christina's ready. Let's go. Okay, so let me share my screen. Do you mind if I slurp my coffee while I'm doing this? Is that all right, guys? Does anyone have a strong objection? You won't see me anyway. Here we go. I'm loving my little presentations. Have you noticed? Here we go. So, how to communicate with your spirit guide. Ooh, let's get going. So welcome and what to expect. So hello, those of you who've just joined the Facebook group. My name is Katie Helliwell. I'm a psychic expert. I activate people's spiritual abilities. I help hundreds of people all over the world to do so. I also help female entrepreneurs, and I help them tap into what they're really here to do and bring this spiritual connection into their work. It's amazing how much we connect to our clients. And also, if you connect fully to your clients, you're able to support them on a whole nother level. So it increases your income, your energy, because you can also learn how to disconnect. So spirituality is something I'm very passionate about. I've been working with spirit over 20 years, and I've been publicly sharing my gift with you all, which took a long time, guys. I'll tell you about it all one day, but it was a very, very difficult time. But it's took many years, and I've been public for the past 5 years, which I'm really proud of. So enough about me. What do you actually need to communicate with spirit? So you need to be open to trying all the ways. Like, this is where we're going to have to start getting experimental, guys, because there's one way that might work for you initially, but then it might change, because things do change, we evolve. And then also we need to be open to all the different ways in case something else actually works more powerfully than the first thing you've tried. So I don't want you to just try one thing and then just go, well, that'll work, and stick with it. Try them all. You can't get this wrong. So don't be scared to experiment with this, and don't be scared to see where you go. We need to initially, which is what we're going to do at the moment on this call live, we need to identify where you feel comfortable right now receiving, because I'm going to give you all the ways that you can connect and receive and communicate. But if you don't know which way is right for you first, you almost don't know which one to spend your time on. So we're going to identify, and I'm going to help you know where to get started on this right now. Even if you're watching this in the future, even if you're watching this on the replay, you're going to find out which way is the best way for you. So as I said, we need to identify where you feel comfortable communicating, because if you know what you feel comfortable with, it helps us identify where is the easiest way for you. So for example, when we first started this, if spirit, my spirit guide, had appeared to me in a vision and stood at the end of my bed, because I was so traumatized from seeing spirit do that to me all the time, I would have absolutely stopped communicating with them. So what I had to feel comfortable with was voices. I was comfortable with a voice. I was comfortable with maybe speaking to them, but there was many areas where I wasn't comfortable. So we're going to identify where you actually feel comfortable communicating now, receiving that communication. So just have a quick think about that right now. You know, if spirit guides were to appear right in front of you now on this live stream, and they were sat next to you wherever you are, would you be okay with that? Or would you absolutely poop your pants? Or would you be okay if a voice cropped in your mind now, a very strong voice? Would you feel like you are absolutely losing the plot? Or would you feel like, actually, yeah, that's really comforting? If you were to see if you were actually to feel the need to hold a pen and suddenly start writing, and then the writing wasn't your own, and then you look down and you think, oh my gosh, that is not even the words I would use. So I'm not, what is this? So are you feeling comfortable with spirit coming through and writing to you through your handwriting? That can happen. That's a thing. It's called channel writing. So think about how you're actually happy to communicate. Now, I was in the first instance, I was happy with, and I'll be really honest with you, I was happy with a few signs. And what I mean by that is, like, spirit guides show me a rainbow. Spirit guides show me a feather, or that to know they've understood. And then I'll be like, spirit guides, make it happen for me. So say, for example, I wanted, oh God, I'm going to think of the worst example now off the top of my head. Say if I wanted someone to come and help me with a website. I needed a website, and I was like, spirit guide, I can't find anyone to help me with this specific website. I'm really stuck. Can you just send me someone? And then someone gets sent. I'm very comfortable with that. I'm very, very happy with it. So think about, are you just happy with the communication being that you are getting what you're needing? So they're just helping you at source. So maybe you're a person that doesn't need to see them, doesn't need to feel them, doesn't need to hear them. You're comfortable with them just making it happen. So think about it now and just take a moment. And if you want to pop in the comments, let me know. But as it stands in this moment, and it might change, What are you comfortable receiving right now? And just have a little focus and think about that. Okay. Frequently asked questions. I love these. Hi, Tors. Hi, everyone joining. Thank you for the love hearts. How do I know it's worked? What will I receive? What if I miss the signs? How often should I be communicating? What if I keep asking for different things? So have a think now. So Christine's saying voices would be okay for me. Fantastic, Christine. So we can start knowing and declaring to your guides that you're happy for them to speak to you in the form of a voice. Sarah's comfortable with it all. If you're comfortable with it all, guys, and you're happy with voices, you are so much more advanced than I ever was, because I would have literally have had to go and lie down in a padded cell. I would have panicked. Sharon's happy with all of it. Yeah. Both seeing and hearing them. Wow, guys. And I love this. This shows how spirituality has evolved so much, because in the 80s and 90s, it was very much a case of everyone wouldn't really speak about it. But now everyone walks around with feather jewelry. They chant that they're spiritual. They go on retreats. They meditate. And it's cool. It's cool to now buy a shirt with a giant evil eye on the back. Which I just don't like, by the way. I hate the evil eye. It makes me feel funny. And people just walk around with feather everywhere. It's like amazing. Like, I've got feather statues. I love feathers. I've got feather statues, angel wings, you name it. This office is full. But you could never find anything like that in the 80s and 90s. So I'm really pleased for you that you've got the generation now where you're opening up and it's okay. And it's a lot more loving and communicative. Okay, so here we go. How do I know it's worked? So you'll know it's worked because the area where you've declared you're happy communicating and receiving them will be known to you. So if you said, I'm happy with receiving a message in my mind's eye, like a message, maybe someone speaking to me in my mind's eye, so like a block of thought. And then if I receive that block of thought, it's like, oh, good, there we go. So how do I know it's worked? Is that you will receive what you've asked for. What will I receive? You will receive what you've asked for. So if I've asked spirit guides to make something happen for me, then they will make it happen for me. So it will just happen. So for example, the website, send me somebody to help me with a website. The same thing happened to me. So they sent through the website lady and she was like, I don't know why I'm emailing you, but I feel this really urge to message you because I saw your name. I don't know who you are, but I just felt this urge. I had to message you. Do you actually need help with a website? And I was like, oh my God, yes. So this lady was spiritual. So this is how things happen. She's still my website lady to this day. So this was way at the beginning. I was like, I need someone to help me with my website. I don't know what I'm doing. I needed something built into it, like a specific program. And no one really knew how to do it. And I was like, how am I going to find anyone? So I just thought, oh, I'll ask spirit. So I said to guide, send me someone. And then the lady emailed me and said that. She was like, what? Why am I emailing you? She's like, this feels really weird. I was like, no, it's fine. I asked spirit to send you me. So that's perfect. So you will receive what you've asked for. Okay, it will happen in the format that you feel comfortable receiving. Am I explaining this right for you? Do you all understand what I mean? It is impossible, and I want to really stress this, it is impossible that you will miss the signs. You might miss the first sign, or you might not get the power of it, or you might see it but disregard it, but you will not be able to miss it. Spirit will go above and beyond to make sure that you receive. They will go above and beyond. If you keep ignoring the signs and choose to go, I need a sign here, sign, or thank you for that, I need this, this, and this back, or I need more confirmation, because we end up being doubting Thomases. If you are missing the signs, then they will give you what I call a spiritual clout, which is where they will go smack, and they'll do something big to go, pay attention, this is right. So I would just take the signs at face value, trust, learn to trust, and stop asking for sign here signs, okay? We all do it. We all ask for sign here signs, and it's just a thing. Okay, so how often should I be communicating? As often as you desire. So just to give you some context, I actually speak to spirit and speak to my guides and ask for support between the time of about sometimes 10 to 15 times a day about everything. And the reason I do that is because I always want to keep it fresh, always want to keep that communication. Sometimes I speak to them just asking about how their day is, which I know sounds bizarre, but or what they're up to, or I just thank them. I go on like a gratitude rampage of thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for sending me all these beauty. Every time one of you guys joins this group, thank you so much for sending me these guys. Thank you very much for doing this. Every time any of you now are going to sign up to the masterclass, I'll be like, thank you so much for sending me this gorgeous soul. Thank you. I will help them. I'll do this, that, and the other. So I just communicate all the time because it's what I'm used to. But don't forget, I'm a working medium. I'm a teacher and I'm a mentor. So I do a lot of spiritual work a day, a lot, and I speak to a lot of people. So I communicate a lot. What if you keep asking for different things? There's a real worry about this. If I keep asking for different things, will they get confused? Does it make me look greedy? Am I not being consistent? Are the things I'm asking for not really what I want? Am I being flaky? And the thing here is there's no judgment. There's no judgment. The only judgment you can place on this is yourself. So if you want to ask for multiple different things and multiple different support, ask. There is no judgment. The only person that will be judging you is yourself. So you don't have to be consistent and ask for the same thing every day. You don't. Once you've asked once, they've got it. You can reaffirm and say how much more it means to you, but they've got it. So if you've asked, they've got it. And if you want to keep saying, I still want that thing, I still want it, I still need that support, I still need that website, I still need this, you can do that, and that's absolutely fine. But you can also ask for 10 other things at the same time, and spirit don't get overwhelmed, they don't get confused. It's all good. All right. They will prioritize what they need to respond to straight away. So they're like the most organized PAs ever. They would just literally go, that's the first task, that's the second, we'll do this one next. So you can't get this wrong. I cannot stress to you enough, you can't mess this up. Do you all believe this? Do you all know that this is possible for you? And this communication is so going to work. Okay, do you all know? Sorry, I'm rushing you a little bit, but I've got a lot to cover. This is why I've got Psychic School, because we can go so much in here, so much depth. All right. No worries, Jane. Come back on replay, not a problem. Okay, so how to prepare to communicate with them. You need an open mind. You for sure need an open mind, because spirit will send you signs and symbols, hopefully in the way that you've asked, but they'll also send you in ways that they think is more powerful. So if you've asked for a voice, but actually they find that a song would be more powerful, then they'll send you a song and lyrics, but they'll let you know, you'll feel it, you'll know, it will resonate with you, it will touch you, you'll feel the you'll just feel the power of it, you'll just feel the magic. So be open-minded. You must be patient, you must, because they will deliver to you, but you being like a stamping your feet, wanting to know this, that, and the other, and come on, hurry up, spirit, it's just going to literally take the joy out of the whole thing. So be patient. We need to have boundaries. You need to be boundaries on what you expect from spirit. So the boundaries here are very much about, I will accept your guidance through audio. So you can send me a message to my ears. You can send me a message in the form of signs. You can respond to me in the form of channel writing through my hand, but you can't do this, this, and this. So your boundaries are, what are you comfortable receiving support? How are you comfortable? How are you comfortable with them communicating to you? That's the boundaries. So allow that time. Quiet space, it's not always needed, but if you are someone that wants to go deep with this and wants to spend, an hour writing to your guides, then you're going to need a quiet space. So you might want to dedicate some time to this, dedicate your own spiritual time. Most of my clients, because they're light workers, they tend to dedicate like 20 minutes a day to this. but you don't need to if you don't feel that's appropriate for you. But you can if you want to go deeper with your requests, your communication, and building that special bond with them. This is down to you. You can't get it wrong, but it has to work for you or it won't work at all. So rather than trying to fit yourself into a box of what everyone else is doing or what you think you should be doing, this is the time now where you get to decide how this works for you and then decide it's going to work for you. All right, it will work when it works for you. So this is why I want you to be experimental with it and know that there's no right or wrong. It's just what's right for you. We need to be willing to keep trying. So if one method hasn't worked for you, do not just give up. I used to be like this with the gym. I used to go to the gym and do maybe a quick circuit, and then I was like, oh, I'm not thin. Oh, I'm not fit. Oh, my resting heartbeat is still this. Oh, I won't bother going back. I'll never get there. So it's like, well, try something else. Try a spin class. Try weightlifting. Try swimming. So you've got to be willing to try different things and find what works for you. And if you're not willing to try, then you probably shouldn't be in this group. I'm just being honest with you. You shouldn't, because there's no point. Because what I'm going to teach you here is connecting you to your guides, understanding your spiritual gift, understanding spirituality. And all you need to do is explore how this works for you. And I will guide you with that and I will help you every step of the way. But if that's not interesting you, you are probably in the wrong group. Okay, so be willing to keep trying. Okay. What will you actually need to communicate? If you are going to do lots of writing and spend time on this, you're going to need to light a candle and have a quiet space and maybe get a nice diary that's just for you in spirit. I've got one here in my drawer, and a pen. So a lovely, nice pen that's just your pen to write to them, something really special. I feel like making it special and having something dedicated just makes it that little bit more powerful for you. And it also declares that you are really doing this and you are taking this so seriously. So let's explore what will work for you. We want to know where to even start with this and where you should start communicating today. And will this work for you? Well, we are going to identify the way you should start today and what's most likely to actually work for you. So this is where you're going to have to start speaking to me in the comments, being a bit more interactive, so I can guide you that little bit more. And if you are watching in the future or on a replay, you will be covered in one of these comments. All right, we will cover where it's suitable for you and you will feel it, you'll know. Okay, who here is a reader? Who's a reader? Who loves to read, get lost in a book? Who loves to write lists and then do a lovely tick? I tell you, I've got lists everywhere. I love lists. I've got them on my phone, so I've got them on Trello, on my organizational boards. I've got them written down. I'm a lister. I like to list and I love to read. I could get lost in a book. Anne saying she loves to read. Christine saying she loves to read. Tors is saying she loves to read. Yeah, and Sharon. Okay, so if you're like that, then writing to spirit will work for you. So if you like to do this and you like to read and you like to make lists, then writing to spirit will work for you. You'll feel really comfortable communicating to them through writing. How you actually want to receive back from them doesn't necessarily have to be through writing and channeled writing. It could be through hearing them. It could be through feeling their energy. It could be through a song or a sign, but you get to decide how you want to receive back. But if you are a reader or a list maker, then you writing out what spirit can support you with is going to really help you. So when I say a writer, what you have to do here is literally just write, dear spirit guide, I would like support with this, 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 and this. Okay. Lorraine, how would you know? If you're a reader or you like writing lists, then you are going to be one of those people that likes to write to spirit. That's how you know. How you know where you would like to receive is you've got to feel it in your soul now, what feels comfortable to you. You've got to think about this. Where do you feel comfortable? And if you don't know, just say, I would like to receive through a rainbow. Send me a rainbow that you've understood and that this is going to be actioned. and then just make it happen for me, and then see how you feel when you see your rainbow. Does it scare you? Does it make you feel like, I need a little bit more clarification? Or if when the thing actually materializes that you've asked for support on, do you feel good? Do you feel like, or do you actually start thinking, that's a coincidence, that could have happened another way? So again, this is where you've got to play into your own energy. Who gets their great ideas in the shower? Who literally gets ideas in the shower? I do. I have my best ideas ever. And I come out the shower and I'm like, pen and paper, quick, because so much comes through in the shower. So what I found is I love to speak to spirit in the shower. So I can actually speak to them in the shower. Okay, so think about it there. And Mary's saying she's had to adapt her reading to audio books due to her health reasons. So Mary, that's fantastic. You still resonate with this. So you'll be able to speak out loud or in your mind to spirit. It doesn't matter. You can still do it that way. There's nothing in your human body that can restrict you from doing this. We will find a way that you can communicate with your guides. So don't feel that you're missing out. You're not. So if you receive your great ideas in the shower, then talk to them in the shower. Now, just remember, guys, that they're not watching you in the shower. So many people sat there going, Katie, I really feel connected to spirit in the bath, but then I also feel like they're sat next to me, and it really freaks me out that they're there. And I'm like, they're not watching you in the bath. They're not perverts. They're just really not. So remember, spirit are an energy. Energy is surrounding you all day. You're on the toilet. There's energy around you. So do not worry. You're okay. And also, if you love showers, then you are going to really enjoy being near lakes and beaches and water, and you're just going to love the water aspect of life. So anything natural, you're going to love. You might love swimming in a lake. I went to the Lake District, I think it was last year or the year before, can't remember now. And we swam in the lakes. It was like April. And it was the most exhilarating thing ever. It was wonderful. The mountains were all around. It was just pure water and lakes. Oh, it was bliss. We loved it. Okay, who here is a chatterbox? In case you haven't noticed, I am. But if you are a busy chatterbox and you love to speak and you love to have a good gossip and you love to go for a cup of tea with your friends and you love to be able to pick up the phone and chat, two of my best friends are literally the world's biggest chatterboxes. And they phone and they want to talk for hours and hours. And they're like, oh, they want to tell me their life in an hour. And it's amazing. So if you are a chatterbox and that's something that you feel really cool to do and something that you enjoy, then you're going to enjoy speaking out loud to spirit or in your head. I remember back in the day when, because I'm a bit of a chatterbox in case you haven't noticed, when I was sitting in the car, before car phones came in, so this is how long ago it is, I used to be in the car chatting away to spirit, and then people would pull up at the traffic lights and be like, because it was clear I wasn't singing, I was just talking, there's nobody in the car, and I'd be like, oh, as I get a message back from spirit. I am normal, by the way. I'm coming across a little bit abnormal here. I am normal. But people used to look at me like this. Then I realized I had to start talking in my head because it bothered me that people were actually giving me those weird looks. So if that is the case for you, now you can just pretend you're on the car phone. It's great. I've done a TikTok video on this actually, and so many people commented underneath saying, I'm exactly the same. I do it. I chat and in the car as well. So do it. If you're a chatterbox, give it a go. But remember, if you're happy to receive the voice back, then great, go for it. Oh, it's frozen. Hang on. Are we finished? Oh, that's the end of it. Okay. So those are all the ways that I can think of that you can start implementing right now. So which one is actually calling you now? Which way for you to communicate to them is actually speaking to you right now? I talk to spirit a lot in my head. Yes, Sarah. Hi, Laura. Penny loves to chat. So does Sue. So does Anne. Yeah, so you will love this, guys. It'll be the best way for you to communicate. Now, just something I want to let you all know. Let me just stop sharing. So in this call now, I want you to identify where you feel the most comfortable actually going out to spirit with the communication. So think about it. Are you going to write to them? Are you going to speak to them in the shower? Are you going to talk to them whilst you're out and about and driving? What is it you're going to do? So how is this going to be? So if you are a person that loves to talk to them in the shower or loves to go out on a nice long walk and then communicate with them, then you do it all. Try it, see what works for you. But then the comfortable thing you need to be, that's the first task for you. But the second thing is boundaries of how you want to receive back. How do you want to receive back from them? Do you want to receive it back in blocks of thought in your mind's eye? Do you want to receive a voice? Do you want to receive them actually standing there in front of you in visual form? Do you want to actually just let them make it happen? Do you want to have a sign sent to you in the form of a robin or an angel or something like that? So how do you actually want to feel them back? What is comfortable? So I don't want you to leave this live stream without identifying where you're going to start doing this and also how you want to receive back. Okay, and just a little side note, you don't need to put the protection around yourself. Do you know how when we've done the tasks, we put protection around ourselves and opening up and then closing down? You don't need to for this, because all you're actually doing is communicating to your guides and they're going to give you an answer back in whatever way possible as and when. So you do not need to worry, okay, about protecting your energy or closing down or anything like that. You're completely safe. Yes, exactly. Amazing. Talk to them all the time. Talk to them on walks. I also talk to them out loud when I'm at home. Yes. But what do you actually talk about? Do you actually ask for support? Will it not just happen? Do you mean the response back? It will, but you've got to think about your boundaries. So the thing is, if you've got boundaries of what you expect to happen or what you actually want to receive back, then when it actually happens, you build that trust with your spirit guides. You know this is working, you receive the validation, and it's like comforting to you. So in that case, when you feel that support, you feel that validation, you're like, oh, this is great, this is really working, I'm going to do more of this. And you'll go on to do more and more and more connection. So it only gets stronger. And you feel, the more comfortable you feel with anything, the better the connection is. I think it's part of my dream map, I just realized. Yeah, it could be. Nothing changes. I asked to make them stop feeling poorly and help me with my anxiety. But how do you want them to help you with your anxiety tours? What is it you want them to do? So do you want to feel more peace? Do you want to feel neutralized? Do you want to feel like you can sleep? Go specific and ask them to send it you in the form of, is it healing? Do you want them to actually heal you? Do you want them to actually heal your anxiety? So you can say, let me know through healing my anxiety or healing my worries day to day. Give them specifics, go detailed. So one thing at a time, break it down, everyone. Oh, that's a good one. How do you know when it's your own thoughts? Yeah. So when you first start receiving a voice through your head, it will come through in your own thought block if it's mind's eye. So it'll feel like either your voice or your thoughts, and it'll almost be like, wow, of course it's going to be a yes, or of course it's going to be positive because that's me talking to me. But actually what you need to be remembering here is they are coming through in that way to start with, but once you acknowledge what's actually being said, you will start to make progress and the voice will change. Also, just a side note here, when you get a thought come through in your head and an answer or a voice or block in your mind's eye, just pay attention to the tense used. If it's you are or you're, then it's a spirit guide talking to you through your block of thought. If it's I am or I'm going to, then it's you talking to you. So that's how you can know the difference. You probably never noticed the tense before because why would you? But just pay attention to the tense coming through. And also, don't use that as your receptive. Ask for something else. So just go, you know what? I just like, no, I don't want it that way anymore. I want to actually have things just sent through. I just want to have it received. So just make it happen that way. And then you haven't got to worry about what tense it is or who it actually is or whether it's actually you. You can just feel blessed and loved. Yeah, so Amanda, if you feel that you've got negative energy, cleanse, ask to feel cleansed, ask to feel that any vibrations that are low in your body released. We go through all of that in Psychic School. I get messages through, message looks like a message board. Oh, that's good, Penny. So a little bit like the Tube in London when they get the messages on the board. Is it like that? That is so good to know. I wasn't sure how to determine how things work out. Yes, Lorraine, there's nothing I cannot, I know this sounds really big-headed now, but it doesn't, I'm not meaning it to come across this way. There is nothing I can't answer around spirituality. I will give you an answer for everything. How do we do Psychic School? So I'm doing a masterclass on the 23rd, which takes you through the 7 simple steps to understanding a psychic message. So I'm going to do that, and I'm releasing Psychic School at the end of that. So you'll be able to understand how you can join, what it's about, whether it's for you, and all of that information. So make sure you register. There's a link here that I've pinned to the top of the comments. So make sure you join and register. And as soon as you register, you get a little gift in your inbox as well. So make sure you keep an eye on all the emails because I've got so much stuff coming out to you. So just be on that list and you will have access. So need it now. Yes. Yeah, that's it, Sarah. Sometimes they use phrases or words you wouldn't personally use, so you know it's not you. Okay, so are you all clear on what you're doing? And are you all clear on what your boundaries are about what you need to receive back? Remember, this doesn't need to be hard. Don't make it hard for yourself. Make it really simple. Make it really, really simple. Okay. Yes, perfectly. Okay. Yeah, Tours, we can stop that. Lorraine, you are welcome. Anyone watching on the replay, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts, comments, and let us know how you're going to receive, how you're going to communicate. And remember to keep an eye on the group because I will be back next week with 3 more amazing trainings for you all. I hope you're all loving this group. Please share the group to your friends, but only the ones that are interested in spiritual development and spirituality. Otherwise, it's a pointless group for them to be in. So I'd rather not have them here. But just have people in that are relatively, connected to this sort of thing. And also just make sure you register for the masterclass. So as soon as you register, if you don't register, you won't be able to watch it. It's not going to be live streamed to this group. So I'm excited to welcome you all. I love you all so very much. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Big kisses, big loves. Let me know how you're getting on with this. Believe in your spirit guides. I believe in you. You can do this. Bye, guys.